Etsy News, a roundup of what's been happening on the week in Etsy. And I've got some things to talk about today. Not too bad, most of them. Let's start. So firstly, 1st of November, the Q3 earnings report was out. I've already talked about one thing of that in a video, and Tuesday I should have another video up talking about the financials. But I just thought I'd share with you my graph as I plot this every single quarter, just so you can see. In horrible yellow color is the Etsy revenue in millions, and in blue is the GMS on Etsy in billions. So you can get an idea. Are sales up? Are sales down? I'll let you interpret that as you want, and I'll go in depth on Tuesday. So yes, sneaky bid to ask me to ask you to subscribe to me. But anyway, here's the graph. I talk about it more on Tuesday. Is Etsy quiet? I have to put this in as well because historically, usually the Christmas sales have been picking up for a bit of time. So this graph comes from eRank's sites information. You can just go to eRank sites and then type in the name of any site. So this is Etsy.com, and this is the reach, the percent of US people who are going to Etsy in these weeks. And it dipped after the summer. It always does. And I thought it was recovering, but it still dipped again. To be fair, before you freak out and say Etsy's broke something, the lines look almost identical for eBay and Amazon as well. And high street retailers, definitely in the UK and other places, are saying things are quiet as well. People appear to be waiting. I don't know whether they're going to be spending less overall. They probably will be spending a little less over Christmas, but they're definitely waiting till later. I was talking to my mum about this today. I can't believe that Black Friday's in less than a week now. So yeah, basically, I think a lot of people, if they're not worried about money, which many are also just surprised it's sneaking up on us. So yeah, we might all panic and buy a load of stuff next week. We'll see, fingers crossed. But just wanted to let you know, if you're feeling it tough, it's not just you. If you're not feeling it tough, fantastic. I mean, I am finding most of my sales are coming from repeat buyers who bought from me a couple of years ago. So they know better, but I'm hurting for new buyers myself. Etsy did a thing on your dashboard. You might have to refresh the page if you sit with pages open like I do. You might have to refresh your dashboard, but on your sidebar, you'll notice you've got the usual search, dashboard, listings, loads of things. But under orders and delivery, there's a new section called growth tips. So this is kind of cool. There's some checklists to work through. Some people like checklists. They're good, sort of following best practices. Make sure you think about the right things, giving you some personal shop insights, linking you to the right places in the Etsy Seller Handbook. Just be aware. They're good, but be aware that these are always, although they're tailored to you, they're generic tips. They're saying on Etsy as a whole, this is what we think, so this is what we think you should do. It does have links to like their new, hey, how about adding these tags and stuff. They're just all suggestions. I believe their how about adding these tags tool is just looking at the tags of similar listings. So I'd really do your own keyword research. If it tells you, it's telling me there to set up an abandoned basket coupon, I can look at that and go, no, that doesn't fit in with my brand. So like anything, I know a lot of people see anything that Etsy tell them to do and they think, I have to do this, and when I do this, I will get sales. It's not like this. This is ideas for you to think on and go, does that work for me? Maybe it works for me. Okay, let's give it a go. But it's cool and it's nice and it's all in one place with hopefully relevant things for you to look at. Another cool one, actually Debbie over on eRank showed me this because I didn't see it. Not being in the UK, I don't actually see this on the forums, but Google is testing adding a small business tag to, when when you're seeing shopping things on Google search results, underneath, as you can see in the picture there, it's going to say, this is a small business. And people with their own small businesses are going to be able to set that up on Google. But Etsy is testing this just now. They're only testing it with a small group of sellers. Etsy tests everything with a small group. So to get a chance to be in on this, it's for people who are part of offsite ads and ship to the United States. Now, yeah, is it trying to convince you to use offsite ads? Potentially, but it potentially just means they have all the data there easily, so it's easy to pick from it. They're already feeding Google our listing ideas, our listing data, so that makes sense. And the ship to the United States, I know it's a pain, but it appears to be this is Google's doing, not Etsy's. It looks like it's a test in the United States, so it's only showing to people who search in the US. So there's no point Etsy trying to push forward our listings. If they don't go to the US, then Google can't show them. So that's not Etsy's fault. But this is interesting. It's a new thing that Google are doing. I think it will help. We'll have to see. This is what Google's saying it's going to look like. We'll have to see if our listings come up and say, Needle Felted Cat by Ben McFuzzylugs. And if it says small business, or if somewhere it says Etsy and small business, I don't know which I prefer. I suppose people need to know they're going to Etsy. But it is good, there's this tag to say, we're not Amazon, we're not actually Etsy, we just are a small business that sells on Etsy. So we'll see how it does. There's tons of links and everything there from Etsy if you're in the US, and you can see that in the forums. I can't see it just now, but anyway, thank you, Debbie, for sharing it. Just a little one that I missed out on. Remember the Etsy thing that everyone was freaking out over, where the titles were being truncated to the first punctuation? So, like I see there, cat light bottle, cat gift. Someone has put cat light bottle dash light bottle dash cat gifts. A few weeks ago, that title would be showing up as only cat light bottle, but now we're seeing the full of the title for the length that there is space in search to show it, irregardless of what punctuations there is. So that clearly was just a test, whether it comes back, if Etsy found it good or not. But this is a good example. Some people saw the test and freaked out and basically changed a lot of their listings. Don't be wasting your time doing that when Etsy's just doing a test. Looks like the test is gone, or it's gone on my screen anyway. Let me know if you're still seeing it. And that's your lot for this week. Don't forget, subscribe and come back on Tuesday, where I'm going to deep dive the Etsy finances, what's going on there. I'm going to say buckle up. You might be a little disappointed by the numbers, but it is what it is. It's good to know the truth at least. But anyway, thank you so much, and I shall see you next week. Well, I'll see you Tuesday.